Good morning, student. In the previous class and previous video, you watched how to pass journal entries regarding the revaluation of assets and liabilities. And one example we have taken to solve it, how to revalue the assets and liabilities, and what entry should be passed in that regard. Entries is passed. All entries are passed. Then after that should be posted to the ledger. Practically, when you have to solve the question for ISC, then the questions are asked to you, then you have to present the account. Usually it is so present directly a preparation of directly account you have to prepare. So how the revaluation account is prepared, the format of it is revaluation account, debit side, right? In the debit side of revaluation account, write two assets if the assets value is decreasing, and if the assets of value of assets is increasing or increased value should be presented at the credit side of revaluation account. Likewise, provision for doubtful debts, if some more provision have to be made on the doubtful debts, some more, I mean, earlier it is given, previously it is appearing in the balance sheet. This is the provision for doubtful debts. Now it is asked in the question to increase the provision for doubtful debts on the debtors with some percentage. If that percentage of the doubtful debts on debtors is more than the previous doubtful debtors which was already created, so the difference between the previous and new one, if new one is more and old one was less, that difference is called a new creation of provision for doubtful debts, should be presented in the debit side of revaluation account. And sometime it may happen the provision for doubtful debts appearing in the balance sheet and new provision for doubtful debts being created, new provision is less than the old provision for doubtful debts, so that should be reduced, that should be bring at the new value, because admission is taking place. So at the new value should be presented. So provision for doubtful debts will be reduced, and that reduced value should be presented at the credit side of revaluation account. Likewise, if the value of liabilities decreases, that should appear in the credit side of revaluation account. If value of liability increases, should be presented at the debit side of revaluation account. Unrecorded liability, when those liabilities which were not taken earlier taken or earlier recorded, now it is to be recorded, it is traced, so the liability being increased, so that unrecorded liabilities is increasing, that should be presented the debit side of profit loss revaluation account. And if the unrecorded assets are also there, that should be presented at the credit side of revaluation account. Now, after recording all these, match the credit side and debit side. If total of credit side exceeds to total of debit side, that is profit on revaluation, should be distributed to the old partners capital account in their old ratio. If the total of debit side is more than the total of credit side, so that is called the loss on revaluation, should be debited to the old partners capital account. Means partner capital account will be credited in case of profit on revaluation, and partners capital account should be debited in the case of loss of revaluation. This is preparation of revaluation account. Now in the process or in the case of admission, certain points we have to consider, and these points are: first, you will learn it change in profit sharing ratio; second, accounting treatment of goodwill; and third, you learn revaluation account. That is, now the next one is treatment of workmen compensation reserve. Treatment of workmen compensation reserve. See it, because it is very important. Treatment of which treatment? Accounting treatment I am telling you. Treatment of workmen compensation reserve. First, you understand what is workmen compensation reserve. A firm create a reserve to compensate the worker or workmen in case of any emergency, that emergency caused by some accidents to the worker. The one reserve is created, and that is created out of profit. When a partnership is dissolved due to admission, retirement, or death, in all these cases, that reserve should be distributed to the old partners unless all partners agree to maintain it. Understood? Then, how it will be treated? Now, see it. There are some cases are there. First, if workmen compensation reserve is appearing in the books and it appears in the liability side of balance sheet. It is appearing. It is existing. The reserve was earlier created. Now admission is taking place. Then what circumstances are there? Now, if there is no claim at the time of admission, there is no claim. Against the workmen compensation reserve. There is no claim for workmen compensation. There is no claim against the workmen compensation reserve. Against workmen compensation reserve. Second case, if there is claim, but if that claim against the workmen compensation is lower than the amount of workmen compensation reserve. If there is claim for workmen compensation but amount is lower than workmen compensation reserve. Third, if there is claim for workmen compensation but amount is equal to workmen compensation reserve. And fourth is, if there is claim for workmen compensation but amount is more than workmen compensation reserve. With that workmen compensation reserve, everywhere I have written here that appearing in the books. In this case, if there is no claim against workmen compensation reserve, then whole of workmen compensation reserve appearing in the liability side of balance sheet should be distributed to the old partners in their old ratio, and the entry is passed for that workmen compensation reserve account debit to to old partners capital account, partners capital account. Which ratio? Old ratio. Divided. This is the entry. When there is no claim, the whole of reserve should be distributed to the old partners in their old ratio. Now, the second case is if there is claim for workmen compensation, but that amount of compensation claimed or will be claimed is lower than the WCR or workmen compensation reserve से कम है, then we will pass the entry workmen compensation reserve account debit. The whole amount should be debited to provision for workmen compensation. We try to understand this abbreviation form. The workmen compensation account to old partners capital account. That is provision for workmen compensation is that is for the amount to be claimed. जो amount claim किए जाएंगे to be claimed, and that amount which have not been claimed should be distributed to the old partners. This is it. Now, if there is claim for workmen compensation, but amount is equal to WCR, both are equal. The WCR appearing in the balance sheet and equivalent to that the claim being made or claim is to be made. That is, in that case, WCR debit, whole of WCR debited to provision for workmen compensation account. This entry should be passed. Likewise, if there is claim for workmen compensation, but the amount of claim is more than workmen compensation reserve, mean the workmen compensation reserve is appearing in the liability side of balance sheet. Suppose that is 10,000, but the claim being made or will be made or that is might be 12,000, mean 2,000 more, that is called more than WCR. Then in that case, WCR account debit appearing in the balance sheet should be debited. The whole WCR should be debited which is appearing in the balance sheet. And then the amount which is less or lacking, which is less than the actual WCR, mean the amount of claim and WCR, the difference between that, if the amount of claim is more, that more amount should be created from revaluation account. Revaluation account debit to provision for workmen compensation. This entry should be passed. And lastly, that revaluation is created for the workmen compensation, then this revaluation is the loss for the firm. So that should be charged from the old partners capital account. Old partners capital account debit to revaluation account in old ratio. Old ratio. This is to be done. Now see how practically it is to be done. The entries You learn the entries. These are the cases. So one illustration is there. AB and C are partners sharing profit losses in the ratio of 2:2:1. A, B, C sharing 2:2:1. And is given, they admitted D for 1/4 share with effect from 1st April 17. Okay, admission is there, and we are just going to learn here how to treat the workmen compensation reserve. And extract of their balance sheet on 31st March 17 as follows. Workmen compensation reserve appearing in the balance sheet 80,000. WCR appearing, where it will appear in the liability side, 80,000. This is the amount of compensation reserve already appearing. Now there are several cases. Number one case, if there is no claim, no other information, then you have to pass WCR debit 80,000 to A's capital, to B's capital, to C's capital, in which ratio? 2/5, 2/5 and 1/5. There is 16,000, 32,000 and 32,000. This entry should be passed. Second case is, if a claim for workmen compensation is estimated rupees 50,000. The claim is 50,000. Understand it? Claim is 50,000 and actual reserve is 80,000. Then what entry? WCR debit 80,000 to provision for workmen compensation 50,000. Balance remain 30,000 to be divided between 2A, 2B's capital, 2C's capital. I am not writing the whole amount, whole entry. Name A's capital I am not writing, B's capital I am not writing, C's capital I am not writing, but you should write it. ABC, the 30,000 balance should be divided into 2/5, 2/5 and 1/5, old ratio. Then this is 12,000, 12,000 and 6,000. This entry should be passed. This claim was 50,000. Now third case, if a claim for workmen compensation is estimated at 80,000, equal 80,000. Claim is 80,000. Both are equal. So here we will pass WCR debit to provision for workmen compensation, that is 80,000. There is no problem. And last is, if there is claim, and if a claim for workmen compensation is estimated 1 lakh, the claim is rupees 1 lakh, whereas the reserve is only for 80,000. The whole WCR should be debited by 80,000. And remaining balance should be taken from revaluation account. Revaluation account. That should be debited by 20,000 to provision for workmen compensation. Now it is 1 lakh. And this revaluation, it was charged from revaluation, so it is the loss. It should be debited to the old partner's capital account. A's capital account debit, B's capital account debit, C's capital account debit to revaluation account. That is 20,000 should be divided between ABC 2/5 and 1/5, that is 8,000, 8,000 and 4,000. I think it is clear now, the treatment of workmen compensation reserve. So when the question is asked, you must pass the entries like this. Now next is the investment fluctuation reserve. Next point is investment fluctuation reserve. Investment fluctuation reserve. In the 11th class, you have already studied that some specific reserves are created out of profit by the business, usually that is companies, and the firms are also creating it. That investment, as we know, if the firm have invested in some outside securities in any company, that is an asset. So investment appears itself in the balance sheet asset side, subject to the market value also. Mean time to time the value of that invested fluctuates in the market. At what price it was purchased, not is appearing at that price, but in the market due to certain fluctuations in the stock market, the prices of that investment may increase or decrease. If it increases, it is beneficiary for the business, it is benefit. But if it reduced, the prices falls, then in that case this is the loss for the farmer. Not actual loss, but this is the virtual loss, or that is a loss. So firms or companies create one reserve to meet the losses on investment due to fall in the market value than the book value. That is called investment fluctuation reserve, which appears in the liability side of balance sheet against the investment. And at the time of admission, the reserve is appearing, which was created out of profit, should be distributed to the old partners, because the profit was reduced previously for the purpose of creating that reserve, and when a new partner will be admitted, he will also share in that reserve. So it is better to distribute them and make all partners equal. They must stand on the equal footing. So there are certain cases are. The number one case, when the book value and market value investments are same. When the book value and market value of the investment are same or equal, there is no change, there is no difference, then in that case investment fluctuation reserve appearing in the balance sheet liability side should be distributed to old partners in their old ratio, the whole of the fluctuation reserve, and then we passes investment fluctuation reserve account debit, whole amount of reserve, remember it, whole amount of reserve, in this case to old partners capital account in old ratio. Second case, if there is some changes, if market value of the investment is less than the book value, if market value of the investment is less than book value. Now here you understand it. The market value of the investment is less than the book value as appearing in the balance sheet. That is the value. Now see what is the amount of fluctuation reserve and how much amount is less. कितना कम है, that is to be seen. So first under it, italics 1, the case is fall the value is less than the investment fluctuation reserve. Fall in the value less than इन्वेस्टमेंट फ्लक्चुएशन रिजर्व. जो वैल्यू कम हो रही है वो फ्लक्चुएशन रिजर्व में जितना पैसा दिया है, जितना अमाउंट दिया उससे कम हो रहा है. देन इन दैट केस विल पास द एंट्री IFR डेबिट इन्वेस्टमेंट फ्लक्चुएशन रिजर्व अकाउंट डेबिट टू इन्वेस्टमेंट अकाउंट. जितना कम हो रहा है वो लिखेंगे. मीन टोटल IFR appearing in the balance sheet should be debited to investment. जितना लेस हुआ वैल्यू बुक वैल्यू मार्केट वैल्यू से, बुक वैल्यू से मार्केट वैल्यू जितना लेस हुआ वो लिखेंगे. टू पार्टनर्स कैपिटल अकाउंट मीन ओल्ड पार्टनर्स कैपिटल अकाउंट. I will take example for it. Italics 2 under second one. If the fall in the market value, fall in the value is equal to investment fluctuation reserve. Fall in the value is equal to IFR. Both are equal. Then in that case, you pass the entry IFR debit investment fluctuation reserve account debit to investment account. And case 3 under the second one, under case 2 sub case 3, fall in the value is more than the IFR. Fall in the value is more than इन्वेस्टमेंट फ्लक्चुएशन रिजर्व. जो वैल्यू डाउन हो रही है, ड्रॉप हो रही है, दैट इज मोर देन द IFR. द अमाउंट लाइंग इन द रिजर्व and the value reduced or fall, that is more, so it will be taken from the revaluation account. It should be taken revaluation account debit. जितना कम पड़ रहा है to investment. Mean investment fluctuation reserve account debit to investment and revaluation account debit to investment. And then this revaluation loss should be divided into partners. Old partners capital account debit to revaluation account. Here we'll pass revaluation account debit to one into IFR. So IFR debit the whole of IFR should be debited. Revaluation जितना कम पड़ रहा है, the amount more than to investment. Now third case, when market value of investment more than the book value. Now let me erase first. Third case, when market value of investment is more than book value. Book value. Now see, the several cases are there, circumstances there. First you learn, if the market value falls or less than the book value. The next is the market value is more than the book value. In this case, there is benefit and firm is not going to suffer any loss in it. So what entry should be passed in that case in the several circumstances? The very first is under this case. When the market value is more, market value is extending or increasing, the value of investment will increase. The whole of IFR is not in use now. That should be divided between the old partners. How much it is? If there is no change, mean more than mean both are equal. Now see, investment is more than, the first entry we will pass. What entry? First entry we will pass. In this case, we will pass the entry, the whole IFR or entire IFR should be credited to partners capital account. That is IFR debit to old partners capital account. Second, as the value of investment is increasing, then in that case investment account should be investment account debit to revaluation account. With the increased value between the market price and book value. If the market value is more, suppose market value is, book value is 10,000, now market value is 15,000. 5,000 value is increased, so investment account debit to revaluation account 5,000. And this revaluation is created, so it is a profit. So this profit should be divided between the partners. Revaluation account debit to old partners capital account. These entries are passed and some numericals we will see later next time. This is enough for today. Have a good day. Thank you.